Hello, everyone. We've got a League Season 43 C Division semifinal match between terracubist and Earl. I am Akuchi, and I am joined in commentary by. Wait, hold on. I gotta get this right. Is that correct?
That was pretty good. Yeah, I appreciate the effort.
All right, yeah.
Um,
So this is a pretty new thing, the non-A division championship stuff. But basically, there are four C divisions, and so four winners of those C divisions, and they're gonna pair off against each other in a small single elimination tournament to decide who is the very bestest amongst the C division promoters. And
yeah, and the first board has Catapult, which I haven't seen in ages because it's on my ban list.
looks like Shepherd is the draw, so that's definitely awkward when you have a three card hand size.
Mm,
I don't really
yeah,
see any way around that, so it looks like a pretty brutal board.
yeah. The only village is Carriage. There is Keep and Camel Train, so you can get a lot of treasures without having them clog up your deck. But you kind of need village support to do that.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if these players try to build up. Catapult is very mandatory here.
Mm,
I'd like you can kick off with a three card hand if you have Shepherd and two green, and then
mm.
like a Royal Carriage on the mat. That might be enough, but it's gonna be pretty rough.
Yeah. So if you don't go for that, what do you do? I guess haggler money and just score. Keep points are going to get you some of the way. There is barracks for village, but like you say, with a three-card hand, what can you do?
Yeah, I think I play with a couple catapults either way. I want that. I want to be attacking as regularly as I can. But yeah, maybe like two catapults, a haggler or two, and a barracks could be like if you're gonna try to ignore drawing with shepherd. But both players end up opening shepherd and catapult. And Earl gets that hand I was talking about, the shepherd and two green cards. Not bad at
Yeah.
all. See if Earl picks up a second catapult, or they're both gonna play with one. Nope, both get the silver.
So I guess do you get a second catapult? Uh, well, do you get that early? Do you get barracks first?
Oh, I was thinking of taking it early. I'm not sure what you do here with five as terracubist. Could be haggler. Yeah,
Yeah, I think I'd be tempted by Haggler there. Um, I wonder at some point, are you gonna try and add plus buy? I mean, it's kind Nomad Camp. I don't really think is that viable, and Capital's a bit awkward, but it is keep points as well.
I think you can play a long time without it.
Yeah,
Because with a haggler, like getting haggler or getting royal carriage shepherd or gold like royal carriage stuff like that would be pretty good. But yeah, eventually they're going to start adding a capital, and then keep is going to push them to have one more than their opponent.
definitely. I would definitely be tempted to get, at least one camel train in the deck. Just because it's going to be so easy, so much easier to snipe keep points with that, I think.
Yeah, they as soon as you exile it, it's part of your deck and for
Yeah,
scoring, right? Yeah,
yeah,
interesting. Yeah, that's potentially a way to win the splits that you don't really necessarily want to have. I mean, like it's best, of course, if you're using Camel Train to get the golds or the capitals, the cards you actually want. But you could use it to get an extra copper, and then you just
yeah,
leave it there, and that's a 5 point play.
exactly. And I mean, 25-point swing. Well, actually, 30 with the rocks, if that ever gets uncovered, is huge.
Yeah, I'm gonna say pretty unlikely with the rocks at this point.
Yeah. Mm.
So neither player with a royal carriage yet, and nor barracks. They're both sporting the one haggler, one catapult, and several shepherds deck.
So what do you get here as terracubist? I wouldn't get barracks because I don't just here because of doesn't make use of haggler. So I'd be tempted by gold something, maybe gold carriage or
Yeah, gold carriage is pretty tempting.
goes gold camel train. Okay.
How? Okay, what is the order there? Okay, so he gets two golds that way, right?
Oh yeah, he does. Yeah,
Interesting.
that's pretty good. Hmm.
I think
I
Earl's
mean, they,
got his over shepherded, right?
yeah, yeah.
Just the four green cards.
Earl has does Earl have four shepherds? No, three. Okay, 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But yeah, that's another point. The camel train on gain will also get you a gold, and that's definitely a card you're going to want.
so I wonder at some point will they start trashing higher cost cards with catapult? Curses are a bit awkward to deal with.
Yeah, I from terracubist perspective, I think I would trash silver if I have the opportunity.
Mm,
He's got four golds at this point.
well,
So terracubist probably not trying to get full deck control, just trying to throw a lot of good cards in the deck, which is completely reasonable.
yeah. Yeah, so Earl's gone the carriage route. Terracubist didn't get one there. I wonder if they're skipping carriage.
Terracubist, yeah, I would think so. Because they've had a couple opportunities to pick up that carriage, but instead have gone the like gold camel train or just straight gold. Yeah, here's a case where an attack would have really crippled Earl, but I think he's gonna have well, turn still might be an awkward turn. Okay, not too bad. Do you call royal
Yeah, so many shepherds
carriage?
so early.
Do you call carriage for yeah, just for the plus action? So there's the first curse given out.
Yeah, I think that that makes a lot of sense in general, considering you can replenish those treasures quite easily with Haggler.
I'm wondering about that keep for Terracubist. Like, well, I would be tempted to have discarded Shepherd in a state because, like,
What was in their hand?
I think just the copper and a silver got discarded, but like you don't know what you're gonna draw with that
Mm,
Shepherd, and in fact there was terminal collision.
yeah, I don't know. Yeah, drawing two cards. Yeah, I don't know. One green card doesn't seem that tempting. It seems like you want two to make it worthwhile.
And Terracubus ends up
Um,
playing the Haggler, so he doesn't get the attack off, and like Earl loves that because his deck is really it's gonna actually have a chance to function if he doesn't get attacked.
so yeah, I guess Earls relies a lot more on not being attacked, whereas Togekiss is going harder on money, and a three card hand is less.
Golds in
Still
particular.
bad, but it's less bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Now Earl might be running out of silver. Okay. Picks up another one. Ooh, so many shepherds. I yeah, too many.
Yeah, I just wonder, do you want to add any green cards that aren't provinces? Like, do you bother with duchies when you have a Haggler in play? I don't know if I would. Although he did draw his deck.
Yeah. They leave any carriages on the? mat. Yeah, two carriages on the mat, so could call them here. So pretty good. I just wouldn't be in any hurry to add any more shepherds for sure.
Yeah.
Like especially because you're planning to royal carriage one every time. So yeah, adding green seems somewhat reasonable here for Earl.
Yeah, so they have two, four, six, seven, well, eight, but usually seven money or less with the catapult. So yeah, green and econ, it seems like they kind of want. Um,
I guess here's the problem. Earl's just treading water with this like trash a silver, gain a silver play.
yeah, yeah. So they need to, if they're going to continue to do that, they need to add, at least one more haggler. Obviously action's a little bit tight there. Yeah, they go gold haggler there. That seems fairly reasonable, I think.
Mm-hmm. Terracubist just has a really fat deck now. Yep, that seems like the correct discard.
So, oh, terracubist was the one who bought the duchy. Yeah, Earl is gonna come into the issue we had this turn, I think, quite a lot, where his just shepherds are so imbalanced. And here he draws his green without them, which I suppose is less likely.
Hmm. Yeah, this is just really painful as Terracubist. You've kind of given up any control over the game.
Yeah,
Ah, not another Shepherd as Earl. I don't like that at all. And look at this hand.
yeah, yeah. It's exactly just all those shepherds with four green cards is just not.
Like, I'd
Just
rather
doesn't
have,
work.
yeah, Royal Carriage and Silver in that case.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, they do have a province, so yeah,
I mean, don't they have like six Shepherds or something? It's crazy.
yeah. So I wonder here, do you at some point, I guess, when do you start buying estates and haggling for copper? Like you got camel train and haggled for copper.
Oh, I don't think I'd do that for a long, long time. There's a lot of points here. Like Earl hasn't touched Royal Carriage or Capital, or he's got. Does he have a Capital now? Or does Terracubist have three?
Well, I don't know. Terracubist has two exiled. I don't
Okay,
know.
yeah, then it's probably Terracubist.
Yeah, this many treasures on a keyboard is a nightmare. I can never count.
Yeah, it's. I mean, it's tough for Earl too because that's a big points deficit, and it's hard to actually do stuff. Yeah, the two Royal Seals now as Earl, I just don't even fight that.
Yeah, yeah. I guess you can. Well, I don't know if you'd probably do it late game. You can call carriage on camel train, but that seems more like an end game sniping points rather than mid turn because the carriages are just much more valuable on shepherds or even haggler, to be honest.
Yeah, so it looks like Earl did pick up a capital, but he's losing that split 1 to 3. Does go after the Royal Seals.
Okay, interesting.
Does
Yeah,
he gain them?
it's it's hard because I feel like you said, there's some treasures you just want to not contest and you want to focus your efforts on some proportion of them rather than trying to go after all five.
Tough choice here for Terracubist. I think I'd like to trash the curse. You can't hit, you know, 8 even with. Yeah, maybe trash the curse and buy barracks.
Yeah, yeah. I'm surprised terracubist actually didn't hasn't got barracks yet. because they haven't really gone heavy on the carriages.
Probably figuring I have so many cards in the deck, so few terminals. No way they're gonna collide.
Yeah.
Oh, wishing, wishing you found one of his many shepherds there. Oh, trashing a gold.
Yeah,
Huh.
interesting.
A gold and a copper. Hmm. I don't. I don't know about any of that. So the thing about lowering curses is now you got to watch out for three pile. Like terracubist could go in after the royal seals at this point.
Yeah. With
Um,
Haggler and Camel Trading, yeah, it's going to make it a lot easier to do that.
Although at this point, a province ending seems possible. Oh, if terracubist doesn't get attacked, he's got a potentially nice draw. Oof. No royal carriage to call to trash that curse.
They exiled a capital, so the split is 3-2 capital to terracubist. Okay. I don't know what the gold silver copper split is.
Yeah, me neither. 10 out of 12 coppers trashed. One has been bought or gained, probably by terracubist.
Is this two carriages? Does this win? I don't know if he has 16. 6 and 8. I think with the debt, they're on 15.
Yeah, just one coin short there. But would that be a win?
Yeah, I have no idea. They have to haggle for the right things. I mean, they can tie on the capitals. I think it would be because 30, 40. Oh no, it'd be a guaranteed tie at least.
All right, so what are these buys? We've got a duchy, two silvers, duchy, two more silvers. So that was a pretty big point swing. Oh boy. Potential. Huh, no copper buy there.
So, oh wow. So yeah, they overtook on Royal Seals. I don't know what, because I don't know if trashing a gold. Uh, I don't know what that does to the points. Because then you could buy seal. Oh no, there's still a curse left. Never mind.
Oh yeah, but it's real close. And
Hmm.
yeah, tough choice for terracubist because do you go after that province without the attack? Do you make an attack and yeah, what do you buy at that point? I think
Yeah.
I think I like attacking. I'm pretty sure terracubist is like way ahead on gold count, so that's not going to cost him. And you know Earl's deck is going to have a tough time being effective in general when attacked. Now, Earl happens to have a hand that doesn't, where it doesn't matter, but
Yeah, I agree. I think I would attack it as well. Um,
and I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to whether buying that royal seal is like a what kind of a points play that is. Is it a +5?
um,
If so, I'm still nervous about it because you leave one curse left. So going up by one VP or like two VP means that you lose to just a catapult on silver by duchy or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So totally cubist, yeah, clearly calculating here. Um,
I think terracubist is still up 3-2 in capitals. I don't think that's changed anytime recently. Royal Seal goes for it. Wow. A gutsy move.
so, oh yeah, not quite a win. Did Earl?
Oh my gosh. Oh, it's so
I don't know.
close.
Yeah, so yeah, Duchy seems reasonable there. I think Earl is at least two ahead on silvers, I want to say, but possibly only one.
All right, let's see. This is game now. Um, province gaining curse.
Yeah. Yeah, interesting. I don't know how much of that this game was due to, the kind of more engineer deck versus money and just due to luck of draws and stuff like that with the keep points because it's so swingy with keep. Um,
Yeah, I mean they seemed pretty close, right? Like it all
yeah.
came down to draws at the end there, how they were gonna pair up. And I do think Terracubus' approach would have benefited from having barracks.
Yes.
Had some nasty terminal collisions. But that's a win for Earl, who was player two. I assume this is first 3.5 wins.
Uh, yeah, I don't know. I think so. Oh. Okay, so this looks a lot more interesting.
There's cavalry, so I'm sure there's going to be some tough decisions here.
Yeah.
Wonder. You can probably do some priest things, but it's gonna be tricky to make it all come together. Champion is definitely going to be a part of that.
Yeah, certainly once you have a lot of cavalries and you can spam them when you have champion. I mean, there is fishing village as well.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but as soon as champion is activated, yeah,
Cavalry is the only draw here, so I expect that pile will be pretty contested.
yeah,
I don't know the merits of like a page cavalry opening, which Terra Cubist has the option of taking. I don't know
yeah,
like how important racing there is. Like getting a priest is also pretty darn valuable.
yeah. I don't know. I'm more inclined to go priest, page priest. Uh,
All right, seems like some players in chat like the page cavalry open. Ah,
Nice what I'm saying.
Ox. Yeah, Ox will be nice pre-champion, especially with the horses from cavalry.
Yeah, and potentially you won't have to you can play a treasure hunter if you needed to as Ox if you don't want those silvers.
But Terracubus decides to go with the page priest opening, mirroring Earl, who gets to see both of his opening cards, so takes the opportunity to speed up his shuffle, get a cavalry in a second page. I don't think I really care too much about more pages down the line. Like I don't
Yeah, I was
mind a
trying to think if there's a
second
reason.
page for
Yeah,
insurance, but I think I'd prefer Fishing Village probably
yeah.
on three. Ooh. Oh boy, we've got a lot of silvers incoming potentially because there was a cavalry play, and we've got a treasure hunter into treasure hunter situation.
Yeah. I mean, I think even as terracubist here, I would want to ox that like 3 silvers. I don't know. It doesn't seem great.
I would
Um,
play it. Hmm. I don't know. I think I'd take it only because of how awkward it makes the opponents. Treasure hunter, maybe. Yeah, I guess you just ox it there as Earl, regardless. Wait, wait, what? Earl doesn't want any silvers? Oh no, he couldn't. No, actually, I'm confused there. I feel like,
terracubist gained
whoa,
1 card, so Earl could have taken 1 silver. Yeah.
yeah, that seems better to me than zero silvers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't played with Menagerie enough because I'm missing out on these tricks with the treasure hunter as a way to exchange it without, gaining the silvers.
Make treasure hunter useful.
Okay, second priest for terracubist.
So cavalry here. Looks like that's what they're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so those pawns are going to be able to provide some plus buy and are pretty. I mean, pretty reasonable cards once champion comes online.
Yeah.
All right, no big warrior hit here. Yeah, Earl really not wanting any silvers. Or maybe the motivation there was he wanted to have an action available with the cavalry buy in case he drew something to play.
Yeah. I'm just thinking kind of long term, what do you do for econ? I mean, is a priest thing viable with, priest and grave robber stuff? I don't know.
I think you might actually want treasure hunter for priest fodder potentially.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe cavalry. Well, you really want to play all the horses that cavalry gives you. This is not a board where I feel like I excel at, so I'll be interested to see what the players do.
Yeah, so Zurik's asking what these pages about. I kind of agree. I'm not sure.
I would have really liked some fishing villages as both players. I know sometimes they only hit two, but when they hit three, like it'd be nice if Earl could have played one of these cavalries like for the horses.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I don't.
They are working up the line to warriors, I believe, is the idea because you can play treasure hunter as a way of the ox. That is a way to once you have champion, just have labs in the deck.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I can see the argument for having multiple warriors. I think I still would prefer to just go really heavy on the cavalries.
So we've got a priest being trashed from Earl, but thankfully he picked up a second priest, so it doesn't hurt too bad. But he'll have to replace that if he wants to do priest payload stuff. Oh, interesting. Play hero first to get an extra trash off, and indeed, that's a pretty big attack.
Oh wow, yeah, treasure hunter and priest. So they're
Finally,
both down to one priest each.
yeah. And a couple warriors still out there on the prowl. All right, there's that fishing village coming into play. I think I'd play both cavalries here.
Yeah, I agree.
Ooh, got a exchange undo. All right, so both players with their champions and looking at a triggering that shuffle.
Yeah, I do find this kind of situation interesting, and I'm possibly overthinking it, but I want to go really heavy on the cavalries, but um, even with Ox, at the beginning of the game, they do take up a lot of space, and maybe I'm just overthinking that, and it doesn't really matter.
Well, at this point, there's only one cavalry left, and I think terracubist absolutely needs to buy that.
Yeah.
Oh, hmm, okay. I may have done some different things there, but it all worked out. Champion was found. I don't know what the cavalry split is. It wouldn't surprise me if it was 5-5. So only one by this turn. I wonder if you pick up the second priest here. Piazza could be good.
Yeah. I am tempted by Grave Robber. If I mean they're gonna have.
Oh yeah, Grave Robber's good because there are already two priests in the trash. So
Yeah.
yeah, that seems good.
And they're gonna have overdraw, I would imagine, once they get the cavalries up and running, so they can trash with priest vehicle and get it back with Grave Robber and so on.
I'm not too sure about that. I don't think there's. I think drawing deck is going to be a challenge here.
So okay, well I don't know what the cavalry split is. And do they each have one warrior, or does Earl have two?
I think it's 1-1.
One each, yeah.
But yeah, Terracubus buys a priest. I really would have preferred a grave robber because yeah, there are the two priests in the trash.
Oh yeah, Earl goes action coin on oh no, it's not. It's from champion. Yeah. It's a lot of silvers.
Hmm, that's slightly. I mean, that undo request is not an obvious one that is kosher, but
Okay, so
Earl,
yeah,
yeah.
I like that grave robber.
Mm-hmm. All right, so now they both got their champions. Where's this gonna go? I feel like it's not an obvious three pile.
Well, yeah, pawns can quite easily go because they're cheap on the buy, but the third pile, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it
So I
looks
feel
like
like Terracubus is in a good position here with. So they have. Okay, so yeah, cavalry split 5-5. They have overdraw. They have a warrior as well, which you didn't need to play. trashing 2 cards here with Priest.
Well, it would look even better if they had a grave robber instead, because then they
Yeah,
could use that overdraw
well,
uh,
exactly, yeah.
of gaining the priest on top, playing warrior, top decking a bunch of horses, and then playing the priest anyway. Uh,
Exactly, yeah. If they'd done that earlier, they would be in fantastic position.
I still
Now,
think you play the warrior though, right? You can still top deck 4 horses.
yeah, yeah. Well, you could just play pawn for card coin or something, so you don't waste drawing an extra horse dead. Not that it really matters. I mean,
Yeah, you probably don't need 4 by.
yeah. Timu, I think it's because only the travelers that you can actually exchange, only the cards that you can exchange are travelers. Champion, you can't exchange it because it's the end of the line.
Okay, so nobody has a treasure hunter, so nobody's going to be getting an influx of silvers, even if they wanted it. And nobody's got a hero, and I don't think it makes too much sense to get one. If it was like remodel instead of grave robber, I would like it, but
Yeah.
okay. Looks like a little bit of greening from terracubist. Ignoring the grave robber pile, I think that's fair because I don't think you're going to have overdraw once you start greening. This turn you will though. I don't know. I think I do like playing with the grave robber.
I think at least one is good. I don't think I would have bought a province on that turn. I think I would have waited at least another turn or so. I mean, it's good as second player to be ahead to get points early, but it seems unnecessary.
Yeah, I think. I mean, you trashed 2 coppers there with your priests. Think you can definitely take advantage of overdraw. I might even get 2 grave robbers there. Two grave robbers, 2 pawns or something.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, so if they trash cavalries, when they gain them, it's more draw as well. They get the cavalry benefit, don't
Ooh,
they?
very
That's pretty
nice.
cool.
Earl going for that, but I don't know if he's gonna get around to that grave robber. It seems a little bit. Well, why do it now?
Yeah,
I
I mean,
think he was a
I
little
don't.
confused. Maybe thought that he'd get the draw when he trashed the cavalry. I think he can get there.
Yeah, team is saying they think the gain was top decked. That seems plausible. I always think Grave Robber, the gain is top decked, but it's only when you get it from the trash. I like adding a second Grave Robber, and if they can get around to it,
All right,
like now.
so here you get the horse, or you play the horse. Then you can grave rob the cavalry and play pawn to draw it up. The other grave robber. Then you can play all your. Well, I kind of want a priest also.
Increase this turn, yeah. So, mm,
It's an interesting idea, the grave rob, like cavalry, and then get it back for draw, but you don't really need it this turn, so
yeah, I agree. I think Priest is nicer.
I think you pick a priest, you play all the cavalries, and then well, I think you play the horse. Maybe you just play the pawn and you don't top deck the horses. I'm not sure. No, it's going for the cavalry trash play.
So they should have played their Priest first.
Definitely
Um,
lost two
but
coins there.
yeah, I can understand them missing that. So earlier on, Earl spent his pawns on. He only spent one for buy at some point, which seems surprising to me. Maybe it's maybe you don't need that many buys. I would like more than two, I think.
I got a question here. Do you get the cavalry in hand? Yeah, I guess you do. Because you top deck it and then immediately execute the on gain of drawing two
Huh,
cards.
nice.
That's pretty nice. Because I was wondering if you sacrifice any cavalry play there, but nope. A lot of horses going into that deck, and two more grave robbers for Earl. I'm excited to see what he can do with that.
Shame there's no other five because you're gonna have to trash your grave robbers into provinces if that's how you want to get them, which is a bit awkward.
Nah, it's okay. I mean, you just grave rob them back. That works out fine.
I guess so. Play order.
The grave robber self synergy is good. You just need the actions and draw, and of course with champion actions are no problem at all. And I
Yeah.
like that cute trash cavalry gain cavalry trick. I'm not sure I understand the question from Aglet about keeping coppers. I mean, you want to play both priests. It's just there is a question of what you will end up doing when your coppers run out. I think Earl is going to run into that first.
Yeah.
Or no, Earl also has three copper left, right? So I think it's not going to be much of an issue because in 2 turns this game is pretty much over. I would think. See if terracubist pivots to the grave robbers or just goes
It
without.
seems kind of a bit late now because I'm just well, here's ahead in points, but I'm worrying about the piles because Earl has four grave robbers. It's not hard to empty piles and score. I don't think.
Hmm,
Um,
I don't know. But yeah, it looks like Earl's going for buying provinces and lowering piles. That's a lot of pawns. Don't know if it's quite enough to empty estates next turn. Might not have the money either. But yeah,
so Earl
Earl,
would.
go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, what could Earl win here? I don't think so. They don't have enough money to score. They can empty priest pretty easily, but to score 12 points, I don't think they can.
Yeah, I don't think so. And I don't think they need to worry about terracubist ending the game. I think
No.
terracubist is short on money for emptying estates, and certainly short on money for emptying priests. Might even be short on buys for emptying estates. Might only have 6 pawns.
How many? So Earl has one priest or two? Because actually, you would get a fair amount of. Okay, one.
Yeah, so
Okay,
Freaky is asking whether there's a line here to empty
yeah,
grave robbers because of the interaction. Well, you can get a grave robber, and then you regain the cavalry and draw them both, right? That's how that's going to work.
yep.
So you use two grave robbers to get one grave robber. Oh, why regain them? Well, I was looking for a way to draw, but it looks like he can draw 4 cards. And if you play, wait, he's only got the one priest. Oh, only got the one priest, but still, that's all kinds of trashing. So that's enough money for two provinces, probably, is the idea.
So if you trash with priest first, then trash everything with grave robber.
Yeah.
So yeah, you if you don't trash a copper with priest, you'd have exactly, well, 16, but then you've got money from pawn, so yeah, it's easily 16. And yeah, they can just empty one of the
Yes.
piles
So I
with grave
think the
robber.
idea is you grave robber cavalry into grave robber, and you
Mm.
can draw four of them, and yeah, yeah,
Yep.
should be enough. You probably actually end up buying the last grave robber, I think.
So they're going for emptying priest instead?
I think this works too, because you just need to buy one priest, and you have the
Yeah.
buys, and you've got tons of money. So yeah, this works too.
Nice.
A
Nice pile
crazy
up.
amount of money. He's gonna play that priest for style. You can trash the cavalry. All right, can buy four colonies and a priest. So good play from Earl there.
Yeah, that was nice. Yeah, this pilot's always tricky. I would have had to spend probably longer thinking than Earl did.
Yep. Yeah, and good understanding for Earl of just how much overdraw they could like take advantage of by loading up on the four grave robbers.
Yeah, absolutely. I think terracubist probably should have got grave robber early, but you leave it too late and there's no catching up, I don't think.
Yeah. That turn that Terracubus rebought the second priest, if that was instead a grave robber, uh, I think Terracubist would have been ahead at that point.
Yeah.
We've got a new board, and plus actions is not in the cards,
Yeah, lots of nasty attacks, but you can only play one, so huh. Thinning his trading post.
which is also terminal. Yeesh. This is a sad one. There's a lot of powerful cards here that you can't use to their full potential.
So do you I mean you see you're gonna need a trading post. Do you bother with Old Witch or do you try to, some combination of trading posts, market squares for golds, storyteller, and try to just go that way?
If I'm playing with Trading Post, I think I open Gear Silver
Yeah.
into Trading Post, and then yeah, sure, maybe Market Squares. I don't think that's super important, but then yeah, Storytellers. Yeah, that seems like a reasonable deck. I think you can keep up with an Old Witch attack, like a single Old Witch played each turn.
Yeah.
It looks like we've got a Gear Silver opening from both players.
So I'd expect them both to get trading posts here, but not necessarily. And I wonder at any point do you bother adding a Falconer? I mean, a lot of the cards will trigger it.
But only on buy. So
Oh yeah,
I wouldn't mess around with it.
yeah, you're
Here,
right.
I think I just get a storyteller as terracubist. Don't know if I save the estate. Probably estate silver save. It's just to make sure you can trash two estates with your trading post if you see it.
Yeah.
Okay, I was getting a little nervous there, but yeah, it looks like both players are following the script.
Well, I like the market square from Earl. I think there's some. I don't know how lucky they are to have the market square and trading post in the same hand. I mean, they do have gears, so it's not
Yeah,
unreasonable.
I want a market square for plus
Yeah.
buy also. I don't know if I build all the way up to double province, but maybe. And I definitely want to be able to buy province plus duchy and stuff, or province plus storyteller, province plus gold, whatever.
Yeah.
Aqueduct is looking pretty juicy at this point, and Earl will take it. I think, yeah, market square for terracubist. That's good. Oh wait, was that the second market square? Maybe I don't like it as much.
So you, as Earl, do you trash here or play your gear?
I think I trash. That's a lot of coppers. Hmm.
Yeah, if I was going to trash, I think I would have wanted to trigger that market square, but they didn't do any of that. They went for the gear.
Oh, that was two more cards than I think you wanted. But it's okay. All right, good spot for terracubist. Do they have four story? No, they have three. It's 3/3 on storytellers. I hmm. I don't know why. That's just a little too much draw for Earl there as well.
Yeah, so they had an extra. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, it turns out that it doesn't matter that much, but if they keep doing it, it will matter at some point.
Yeah, and Earl there had an opportunity to react with the market square, but had to play it because of the plus buy. So now they picked up a second market square so they can react with one and play the other, which is a good place to be. So I mean, the gear at this point is probably not going to get played until you're out of uh, junk to trash.
Yeah. So, and I wonder, once you are done with trashing, do you stick with uh, alternating gears as your terminal, or do you want to pivot to Bridge Troll or Haunted Woods or something like that? Haunted Woods doesn't seem like it's going to be that big of a deal.
Those would all be nice. So that's a good question. I think having one gear and one haunted woods is an interesting idea.
Mm,
Like that's the kind of least effort you can put into it. But that sounds pretty good to me. The haunted woods attack will become relevant.
yeah. Yeah, I think I like what Zurich is saying. Second gear, setting aside your storytellers. I mean, they're most likely going to have overdraw
Mm-hmm. Especially if
in a few turns.
especially if I mean gear costs two less than haunted woods. So
Yeah.
if at any point usually that's going to matter. Oh,
Interesting.
terracubist does not want the gear. See what the play is here. Could be province. 5 aqueduct points. I would be tempted here.
Yeah, they just gained 2 golds, so 16 econ, I guess. 14. Yeah, I like province. Alternatively, I guess Market Square, one more turn of Market Square Storyteller, but they don't really need the draw yet.
Okay,
I think
duchy. I don't know
Duchy.
that the market square is doing much, but it's there. I think I would have preferred just a province.
Yeah, I think getting rid of that gear is really going to hurt terracubist. Especially as they didn't replace it that turn with anything else, like a Haunted Woods.
Yeah, it's just trading post as a terminal, but really that only has one more play left in it,
Yeah.
and it doesn't help you control your deck as you start adding green. Potentially, Terracubus has a big turn here, though, where they gain a lot of golds and get a province. We'll see if Earl can snipe some aqueduct points first, though. No, 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 no!
Uh,
What? Why are you playing all
yeah,
your coppers?
I don't know why they did that.
You need those coppers. What are you? Are you not playing? I guess you're not playing trading posts? This is so weird.
So, yeah. Now what do they do? Trash a silver and a copper, or just not play it, play the gear instead?
I
But
don't
yeah,
like
that
any of
seems
this.
bad.
Yeah.
Drawing. Oh, 3 4 5. They actually haven't trashed a single copper yet.
Yeah, Earl is way behind on trashing.
That's odd to me. Yeah, I mean, spending your coppers on a storyteller draw when there's just like 3 golds available from Market Square just seems unnecessary.
I mean, Earl also had an opportunity earlier where they played gear
Mm,
over trading posts that I did not like.
mm,
Also, I would not have played the copper there to that storyteller. You only have 2 coppers in the deck as terracubist.
yeah,
This can you can play the silver here, I think. You can also play nothing. That's also fine because you have a storyteller down there. So I think playing nothing here is good. Oh well. Then you play storyteller for
okay.
nothing, play a market square, and then trash I guess a silver. But I wouldn't have played that copper back then.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, they
But
would have had to play at least one Market Square for buy, but this is the point. Yeah,
Terracubus way ahead here can get 3 golds, and then 4 aqueduct points plus a province.
yeah,
And I would pick up a gear. I think if you have the money, yeah, province gear looks good.
yeah. They only have 4 storytellers. There's one left, so oh, they get a storyteller.
I
Okay.
don't. I would rather have a gear. I don't like
Yeah,
this.
I wonder just how big of a deal is losing the storyteller split 4-6 if that were to happen.
Not a big deal at all,
Okay.
especially if you have gears to set them up.
Yeah, I mean, you could
Like,
quite easily play 3 golds. I mean, you could draw 10 cards quite easily with
yeah,
storyteller at
yeah,
some
a
point.
single
So yeah,
storyteller draws your deck
yeah, yeah,
if you have the right pairing. Terracubus should be way ahead, but it's
yeah.
looking rough now because there were 2 turns that they passed up buying province.
Yeah, I feel like they didn't take advantage of the fact that Earl was pretty slow with trashing and econ. Um, and yeah, they squandered their advantage a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, still probably in Terracubus' favor, but it's close. Don't you need to play a market square? Yeah, I would have liked to have a gear more than a gold. Maybe? Unclear. That might be better.
Very surprised they both trashed their gears.
All right, you do not need to play any more treasures to storyteller. In fact, you shouldn't have played all those. Because if you cantrip all the storytellers and your market squares, I think you still overdraw.
Yeah, I think you're right.
It's pretty close though. I think there's 6 cards down there, so no, maybe I'm wrong. Um, Certainly, you can play 2 storytellers without playing a treasure. I think, or 2 market squares, whatever.
Yes, I think you're right. 6 cards down. 7 cards, was it? They had 5, played the market
Okay,
square, 6, they bought a province.
so you play a silver to one of your storytellers here, I guess, and then, well, yeah, then you trash estate copper to trading post. Seems pretty good. Nope, don't need that much draw. Well, I guess it's okay. Yeah, you get to react with 2. I don't know if you want that. It's hard to say, right? With no reliability from gear or haunted woods, I'm just a little nervous. It's great if you find a storyteller to pair with the golds, but
Yeah.
so this could be double province gear. I don't think you have to worry about Earl getting double province. You probably lose if that happens.
Yeah, I advise.
Mm, I mean, you could play around it, but it's just hard to buy things that help your deck at this point. So terracubist with the province double duchy. So just in case Earl can manage to double province, um, they've got an out.
So if they did 37, then they would need province double duchy again to then win.
Yeah, or province duchy double estate.
Yeah, which I guess is easier.
Yeah, terracubist has the 5 market squares. And found a storyteller in the starting hand, so it's looking good for terracubist. Earl in a tough spot. They can double province, so it was good for terracubist to play around that. Looking good. That's all. That's as many storytellers as you need.
So they need what, 17 coins?
Yep.
Uh, province duchy estate. Yeah, it should be easily doable.
I think that's in hand.
Yep, exactly.
Even trading post the 2 storytellers for fun. All right, so terracubist gets on the board.
Yeah, that's A few misplays in that game, I think, kind of on both sides, but I think terracubist was in a good spot.
But yeah, I think they both had the best strategy. I do like
Yeah.
the gear silver open into trading posts and storytellers with some market squares. But now it's 2-1 for Earl. There's actually 6 market squares for terracubist. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, and I kind of think that wasn't the only factor, but Earl was slow to up his econ.
Slow to trash. It was all a little slow.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
much of that came down to draws and decisions, a little unclear. But there are definitely some little misplays of playing too many coppers to storytellers, stuff like that.
yeah. It's very easy for me to say that they have these misplays with overdrawing, but I am terrible at deck tracking myself, so I would have done exactly the same, if not worse.
So I don't know what the holdup here is.
Okay, well, while they're taking a break, I'm gonna be right back.
And we're headed into game 4. We've got peasant and black market. Encampment is the only plus actions. Nope, there's snowy village as well. Okay. Looks like the thing you want most from the black market is trashing or draw. You can trash some coppers with mint here, but you'd love to find a good estate trasher. Snowy Village probably will help get encampments with that plus buy. Encampment looks like a great card on this board.
That looks good. Mint, you can potentially get big mint off, but I guess you want black market to, well, do you? I was thinking you want to fish for something that is going to help you thin a little bit.
Yes, I definitely want black market for that, and also for some supplemental draw, and of course,
Yeah.
the big swingy payload type cards.
Um,
Actually,
Smugglers could potentially be good at some point in the game.
yeah, if you can smuggle a grand market, that seems great. But hard to say how things are going to progress. It actually looks like a fairly weak peasant board.
It is, although,
And if you can
well,
get,
depending on what the opening buys are, because, toil, so if you draw anything dead, your travelers, you can toil them.
hmm, yeah, if you can get disciple grand markets, that's amazing. So I do take that back a little. Um, but I was thinking like you're not going to get too much value discipling. Well, you can't get the gaining from discipling encampment once they're out. And there's nothing else really spammable except those 2 action cards.
Yeah, I suppose if you do eventually get teacher, I mean, if you put something on encampment, you'll get the benefit from plunder as well, but that may be pointless.
All right, so we've got a 4 copper mint from Earl. Did both players open? Yeah, black market peasant, which is very reasonable. Ooh,
It's always sad when you can't afford those cards.
upgrade would be amazing. Goes for Lurker. That is good. Uncontested Lurker with Grand Market in the Kingdom.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm. Wonder what Earl gets here. Encampment or Peasant or Snowy Village? Ooh, I like Snowy Village over Encampment, actually. You just can't hold that encampment, and I do like to have a Snowy Village in my deck.
I think at this point in the game, it seems good.
I mean, Snowy Village helps you get even more encampments in the future with that plus buy. Hmm.
I don't think any of these are really worth getting.
No, nothing in the kingdom that rewards like the fortress. Trash. Maybe you'll find something in the black market that makes you glad you took fortress, though.
Yeah. I don't think they. I mean, they presumably don't want to buy anything because they won't have any money to toil their
Yeah,
peasant, which
probably
I
good
think they
to
would want to do.
toil peasant by Snowy Village or something.
Yeah. So is this a board where you would go for teacher, or would you keep your disciples around and get multiple ones because of things like Grand Market? I mean, that's kind of like you say, the only worthwhile disciple target.
I think this it could be a delayed teacher. We'll have to see how the game progresses, but I do think I want to keep around the disciples so long as I can use them on Grand Market.
Yeah.
I think there's game after that though. Like encampments will pile, but I don't know if plunders will. So I see this game lasting a while.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think I want to hold on to disciples so long as their grand markets remaining. Probably. But I don't know. I mean, I guess if you get another disciple up the line, maybe exchanging for teacher then and being able to put like plus card on grand market. I think Earl's just in a much better place for that so far because of the lurker. It's a pretty sad mint buy from terracubist.
Yeah.
Ooh, can't afford it.
Oh, they would have been pretty nice. Yeah. Ghost ship's annoying. Replace. And a really sad disciple hand as well.
I disciple the lurker, but yeah, I don't know what you're expecting at this point. Disciple and Kama would be best, but
I guess so. Yeah.
you're not really you don't really have that many options. Cardinal hurts, but it's too early to be worrying about that. I think.
Yeah. I don't think I would. I mean, you might get incredibly lucky and excel the teacher or disciple or something, but I don't think so.
Snowy Village, anyone? Yay! So I definitely keep this disciple as Earl,
Yes.
and he does.
Yeah. I would not exchange it until the ground markets are pretty low and I have at least like 4 or 5 of them. I mean, I could see like card on ground market or something on encampment, the pile.
Ooh, it's a tough choice. Yeah, didn't think too long about it, but ooh, raise, snap,
Raise is nice.
snap by. Oh, trading post is actually good too. Goes for raise.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I could see Snowy Village Peasant here, or Encampment Peasant, or Snowy Village Encampment. I don't
I
know.
think I like getting the encampments and I guess trying to hold on to them as long as I can, even if that means not playing them.
Nah, I wouldn't do that. Not on this board.
Do you think? I mean, I'm just thinking about draw. There's until you get teacher, there's just. I mean, I guess if you don't have many encampments, you're not going to draw that much either. But
Yeah, I just play him as Earl because you can like disciple Grand Markets and then you can plus card the Grand Market. I think you're fine if you end up with like one encampment. Whoa. Okay, that has an impact.
bounce back's annoying. Yeah, I would have loved to have the mastermind captain. Unfortunately, I couldn't afford them. But yeah, bounce back is
A
good.
mountebank is great. I think as Earl, I'd be kind of kicking myself for not taking the trading post at this point. But you don't.
Yeah.
You never know. You know, Raze is going to have to do its best to try to keep up with the junking. Oh, I missed the smugglers. Was that last turn that Earl got it?
Smugglers,
Yeah.
like I say, I think it's good, but I don't know. It's possibly a bit premature here. I don't think terracubist. They don't have any grand markets, do they?
Nope.
But certainly not an easy way to get them. Um,
Another thing that'd be nice to smuggle is a plunder or a gold.
yeah, yeah, and
Could be.
yeah, they can kind of print plunders with mint as well.
There's a gold buy,
Um,
so oh, these disciples are not pairing up with the grand markets.
I think I would have, yeah, I think I would have discipled. They just played that encampment. I guess that's reasonable. They wanted to disciple Grandma.
Hoping,
I might have been
yeah,
tempted to disciple the encampment because, you put it back, but you get another one back, and they didn't have much return there.
yeah. So didn't get around to the smugglers, so Earl lost out on their easiest opportunity to get a gold. Oh my. Oh my, that's a lot of black markets.
Crown is pretty good, I think.
I think I'd rather have a grand market.
Oh, if they don't have a Grand Market, then yeah, yeah, you're right.
Question is, do you care enough to take a native village? No. I'd much rather have an encampment.
Yeah.
And you've got two buys already. Yep. I'm liking kingdom cards here.
And who has the gold here?
Terracubist. So
Terracubist. Okay.
Terracubist, looking a bit. Ooh, Ratcatcher is tempting. It's bad at this point in the game, though. Oh,
Mm,
rats, but you really want the Grand Market? Ah!
yeah, that's very unfortunate. Oh, they got a hunting party. Interesting.
Hunting Party also a good card.
I think I would. Oh, I don't know. I think I would have if I was going to buy something there. It would have been the rats, but I think I would have possibly bought neither and gone for the Grand Market. Hard though.
I think I'd bite the bullet and get the rats.
Mm,
Hmm. Yeah, Annie Smith points out that taking the stuff from the black market helps
mm,
to make the Earl smuggler worse.
that is true.
I'm just worried.
And Earl could even disciple smugglers. It probably wouldn't, but
So I think I'd take a teacher at this point as Earl.
yes. I think if you can put, I'd probably put card on Grand Market. It's just gonna win easily.
Royal Blacksmith is looking pretty good. Goes instead for Plaza, Encampment, Plunder. Did he get a teacher? No, not yet. I just feel like plus card and Grand Market would just make Earl's deck really come to life.
Yeah, I think like I think his deck is playable without it, but I would prefer it.
And there's a lot of game left. Like that teacher is also going to be able to put something on another pile, maybe plus buy on encampment and plunder.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, and if you do that, I mean, then you threaten. I mean, Grandmark going to run that pile's going to run. You easily threaten an estate pile out or something else with all those buys.
So hopefully this turn, Earl transitions one of those disciples. Ooh, got a torture for a little more pain. So, ooh, I bounty hunter, right?
Yeah, I think I would get that. I mean, they could undo that copper play.
Bounty hunter plus encampment. I think
Yeah.
I like here. Yep, and that's what terracubist goes for. I think it's a 3-2 encampment split, but I'm not positive. Are we gonna draw with Steward? Nope. Oh, a lucky draw there.
I might have still been tempted to draw there and play on, but I don't know. I mean, 9 is not the best number to have.
Yeah, I don't know what you do here. All I know is I want a teacher. Soldier is okay. Okay, he does take a teacher here. Hopefully he can find it this turn, but I'm not optimistic about that. Oh no, there's a Royal Blacksmith down there. Yeah, I think given the presence of Royal Blacksmith, the trashing is a really good move.
Uh, they didn't buy a Royal Blacksmith. They bought Plaza that turn.
Never mind.
Um, had they
Ignore
done, then
everything I
yeah,
said.
I would have agreed with you. But I think either way, Earl, I mean, they just have a monopoly on grand markets. They have a teacher. They can decide on another grand market here. I just think that,
Yeah, it's just a little slower than it could be. If they had the
yeah,
teacher earlier, and or if they got the Royal Blacksmith, you know,
yes,
they'd be
yeah.
kicking into gear. But here, I don't think Earl's going to get to that teacher this turn, so it's going to be 3 turns before they get the plus card on Grand Market. And they're getting junked. They're getting attacked.
Yeah, Torturer, Mountebank. Terracubist deck is kind of coming together. They
Yeah,
do have to draw actions. It's pretty much there.
for sure. Oh, I missed the priest. I don't know when that happened.
I
Hmm.
think that was fairly early, but
Oh, yeah, then I guess the bounty hunter wasn't as essential. Ooh, that lovely farmer's market from the black market. I don't know why you play those coppers there, Terracubus.
yeah, that seems bad.
So nothing here, I don't think. Stable's probably worth. Maybe.
It could be. They do only have 4 treasures in the deck.
Well, I was thinking stables and 2 plunders or something.
Stables, yeah, Plunder, that seems good. Yeah, I don't think they want the other 2 things.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. The This is going to be close.
A lot closer than I thought it would be.
Yeah, Terracubus getting the attacks, and also just getting some draw from the deck. Ooh,
Yeah.
bleeding those encampments. Desperately searching for the teacher, does not find it. Smuggle plunder, I guess, right? Wait, what?
Oh yeah, they can do it like that because there was an encampment on top, so they wouldn't have been able to smuggle. They had to get rid of that encampment first.
Whoa, I did not know that. Yeah, take that, rats, right?
I think you need to at this point. But they had Steward, yeah, Steward and Rays for trashing, right?
Might even be time to province. Rats province.
Yeah, if they can hold on, I think I don't know. If they see their teacher next turn, I think they're still in a good spot. Uh,
Hey man, I don't. They don't need the province, but I just don't see what else you can like. Nothing else is really great. If you could buy
mm,
draw, you'd do that. Brutal. You know the mountebank's coming.
so what else as terracubist do you disciple on Monday? Are you trying to get around to another encampment to do that? Because you don't have any other targets that are going to gain you a card.
Yeah, unclear. All right. Well, now we're in the.
That was a strange order. I don't think it's going to matter, but I don't know why they played that snowy then.
They had to draw, right? Or
They had
nothing.
the encampment in hand, didn't they? Encampment.
Mm, nope. Snowy Village draws encampment.
Oh, okay. Oh. Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, disciple the mountebank, and unfortunately, that was double blocked.
Yeah, I think. Well, they knew they had at least one curse.
Yeah, it's a good decision from Earl to take the curse.
Yeah. Okay, we've seen the entire deck. Possibly we saw the entire black market deck earlier, but
Oh yeah, they've almost bought half the cards.
yeah. So there's still a few good things. Mastermind Crown upgrade was in there. I don't know if
Crown is
upgrade is
good with
useful.
black market. There's some fancy stuff you can do there.
Yeah, there was Tactician also actually that
Hmm.
might be worth it. I don't know. Um,
I don't hate Animal Fair, but it's expensive. Whoops, out of actions. Toil. Okay, cool. What are those other two cards? Are they? I guess they're not worth clearing. Ooh, that's a dud turn for terracubist. I think they were worth clearing.
I don't know what it. Yeah,
There
I
was
don't know what it was.
Courtier there and something else. Yeah, I think you should have toiled the encampment. Although you couldn't reveal. Oh, it's complicated because then you would have had to return it or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's unfortunate with their mastermind down as well. I guess you just mastermind the mountebank. I mean, you could mastermind Courtier on mountebank, but I'd probably just do the mountebank.
Whoa, I just noticed Earl raised his raise.
Huh, interesting.
That seems very wrong when you have four
Yeah, they knew you had.
curses in your deck.
Yeah, they have Steward to trash. They end up buying that rats earlier? Can't recall.
Yeah, they do have rats, but
Okay, so rats and Steward, and they'd probably be okay. I mean, they have what all the grand markets, 8 grand markets, and they have teacher now. So, but
yeah,
yeah,
it's a good turn is coming up almost certainly. But it's still just I didn't see the full context of the choice, but it seems odd to trash raise there.
I agree.
Maybe they needed it to buy province and thought that was worthwhile. Yeah, I mean, there's got to be mountebank, right?
Yeah, I think so.
You also push piles, which you want as terracubist because Earl's deck is about to kick into overdrive. So wow, does not take the opportunity to mastermind the mountebank.
I guess maybe they are worried about piles, but I think either way, I mean, can Earl even Earl might be able to quad? I don't know if they have. Maybe they don't have that much money.
I would not expect that.
They have eight.
I just think giving out three curses and three coppers is a pretty good play.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh
Good.
no! Now the disciple comes up. Yeah, I think Terracubist overestimating Earl's potential.
Gosh, yeah, it's just all that junk. I'm kind of a little bit surprised as well, but they haven't. They do have. Yeah, they haven't trashed any curses. So
Great turn for Terracubist here. Got that fortress as a priest target. If I think he's still got another copper though.
yeah, if they can. I don't know what they have for buys. Do they just have the two buys, one from Snow Village? Because I was thinking they could pile here. Because they'll give out if they disciple Mountebank, they'll give out one curse. But I don't think they have the buys to do that. Courtier.
Yeah, can they get up to 24? Is the question. Seems tough, but maybe it's. Yeah, no, they have it. Yeah, disciple and courtier should do it if they can. Do they need to draw that gold? In hand, there is 8 from priest and black markets, then another 8 from a discipled courtier plus mountebank, and then
23, is it?
I think they need. I think they need to draw what? Okay, so there's no discipled courtier. So Snowy
Huh.
Village is plus by. So the mountebank is discipled. Does that mean? I feel like they squandered their opportunity to triple province.
Yeah, so would they have had it? I think they would have had it,
They
wouldn't
would have
they?
had it. Yeah, discipling
Yeah,
courtier would have been 2 extra coins. That would have been 24.
exactly. Well, there. Mm. Well, I think. So what do they have? 22.
I mean, two
I mean,
provinces and
double
a duchy
province.
probably wins, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's still. And you get the Den of Sin in play. Disciple Priest would have been 6. Disciple Courtier, I think, would also have been 6. So either way, so Earl needs a crazy good turn here or super dud, which is unlikely with Den of Sin. Yeesh. Smuckle Duchy. Ooh, no action to play the teacher. Probably doesn't matter too much.
Yeah, I
Oh,
guess
you
they
can
can
toil.
put. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. And that's game.
So did Earl misplay this, or was a lot of this down to the black market draws, terracubist getting all that junk in?
I mean, I think Earl could have made some different plays. I
Yeah.
would have. I forget the things that I commented on. Um, oh, teacher one cycle earlier, and
Mm,
Royal Blacksmith uh, from the black market deck, and potentially trading post over raise. Like that one was. It makes more sense in hindsight, you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But we're 2-2 now.
2-2.
But I feel like
So
it's just good insurance. Like the trading post is like it trashes faster. You don't necessarily need it if you're not going to get junked, but if the opponent pulls any junking out, you just feel better having that trading post.
yeah, yeah, I agree. So here you're going to get several grooms at some point, but do you focus on the groom rush with symmetry, or do you just want grooms and build around that?
Oh boy.
I am always in the groom rush camp. If I see that, I just always go for
So I'm a ambassador hater. I hate playing with
it.
it. So this groom cemetery thing seems potentially like a way that you can you don't have to you skirt around the ambassador war in its
Yeah.
usual form. But I don't. I
Um,
sure don't know. Encampment is like the plus actions, so
yeah,
that's
that's what
awkward.
makes it a bit tricky. Unless you were to build with Diplo and then rely on them getting ambassador, but that seems not good. I think I would just go straight up groom symmetry, just classic groom symmetry. You know, estate rush.
Well, what are you opening with the groom?
Um, that's a good question. Probably encampment or silver.
Well, we've got the encampment groom opening from terracubist, and for Earl, we've got a groom into silver. You love to see ambassador being skipped.
Yeah. Huh.
What?
Oh, they trash and they draw. Yeah, okay. I think I would have still trashed the mirror. I don't see the point of keeping that around for Ghost, really.
Yeah, that seems very optimistic. Also, is this the correct way to do it? You don't want to gain another groom? I'm not sure.
I would have, yeah. I would just gain grooms unless they have groom collision and no actions, and then gain one symmetry, or whatever. Um,
I don't
but
pretend to
possibly
be an
gaining
expert
symmetry
on this.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly gaining symmetry first and trashing accelerates it. I don't know. As Earl, I would probably just Seaway Groom here. Um, you could Seaway something else. I don't think it's worth
I don't think it's going to
buying.
matter too much, but sure. Maybe it lets you pick up two estates or
Yeah,
two encampments at some point. So Terracubus still with one groom, right?
yeah, I think so.
Oh, but Earl also not really taking the opportunity to get a groom there. Instead, it's a
Yeah, I mean,
cemetery trashing two copper. Hmm.
I had a board like this the other day, and I think I posted it in the channel. I just went up straight. I didn't really bother trashing that much with Cemetery, I don't think. I mean, they seem to be trashing at the expense of being able to buy more things.
Earl actually took a Ghost. Um, which is interesting. If he gets to play it this turn, like he can set that up with either a horse or a groom. But the cemeteries are going to be out at that point. But maybe that's okay. They're only worth 2 VP compared to the estates one. Yeah, both players with their ghosts. All the ghost targets are good.
Yeah.
Hmm. So there was a cemetery trash right there that N.A. Smith doesn't like. Yeah, those are some valuable points.
Yeah. I am surprised that they're prioritizing cemeteries over grooming for more grooms. Um,
This has to be, unless there's an encampment down there. Even still, I want a groom for groom at this
well,
point.
I like doing that generally until the grooms are empty. It is a little bit different on a cemetery board, I guess,
No, I'm just
but
talking
still, I
about
think
right
overdo it.
here, terracubist
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
action. He just played an encampment, so I don't think he's got another one. So you literally have to do that. Yeah. And revealing groom is better than revealing horse there, as we can see. Terracubist has a very small deck. Both players get the ghost revealing groom. Wow, Terracubist really aggressively trashing those cemeteries. Is the plan to like groom for silvers and transition into provinces?
Yeah. I, hmm. And the group encampments, yeah, this is strange to me. I don't know. Maybe it's better, but I just would,
I mean, Terracubist has no way of holding onto those encampments.
yeah.
So Earl's playing it straight, going after the estates. I think I'd like another groom as Earl, but mm, you probably gain one here. Yeah, Earl's probably got him Terracubist on a 2 to 3 turn clock. We'll see what Terracubist can do. Okay, it looks like somewhere along the way there was a groom for silvers for Terracubist, right? That's why they have 3.
Yeah, 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 they did. I think it was the last turn.
What is the plan?
Tricky now because Earl has such a points lead that it's pretty tough for terracubist to want to get any more grooms or lower those piles really.
I don't know what you want with groom anymore. Maybe Pearl Diver, just for the horse.
Yeah.
Doesn't even play the grooms? What? I mean, sure, Pearl Diver is a worse, like, ghost target, but don't you want the free horses?
Yeah, definitely.
But this is good. This is a province.
Could not well, couldn't they have won this turn? Empty the grooms, for the rest of the estates, province, and then they win by 1 point from the plunder. I'm not sure if they had enough grooms to do that, but I think they did.
Uh, no, I think one short, right? Because they had 3 grooms in the deck. Well, what did the ghost do? Ghost was playing horse, so yeah, I think it was one groom short.
Okay. Yeah, close. So now, yeah,
Ooh.
terracubist looks to be in a better position. They just need
Well, it's tricky now because the states are out and one province isn't
ah,
enough.
and no, and
Plunder
they just have
gets. Oh, but Plunder gets up to 16.
but terracubist has no buy, right?
Yeah, but what's Earl going to do to score points?
Yeah, that's true.
So I think you groom. I don't know what the last card is. If it's good, you don't have to groom for anything. But I'd groom for Pearl Divers anyway,
Yep.
and then buy a province. And Earl needs to be able to buy a duchy, in addition to emptying two grooms to win. Seems pretty unlikely.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like the transition to provinces from terracubist. I wouldn't have known how to do it, so I'm not about to criticize how it was done. It seems tricky to do.
Yeah, definitely. Uh, yeah, I thought I'll had that early on, but no.
Hmm. Yeah, interesting to see. No ambassador spot. Beautiful. And terracubist making a big comeback. Started off down 0-2 and is now up 3-2 in match point.
Oh, I was saying congrats. So does that mean terracubist is one on points then?
Hmm. Maybe the semifinals is first to 2.5. Surprise! Terracubus is the winner.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a good match. Thanks for commentating with me.
Oh, best of five. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's well played by terracubist.
Yeah, good fortitude to come back from that early deficit. And we'll see him in the C Division finals against I'm not sure who. I'm not quite prepared for this broadcast, but I'm
Yeah,
sure it'll be a great match.
I'm
So
sure it will. Cool.
uh,
Well, I
until
will sign off there.
yeah, until then, later.